The launch next week of Sony's SNE PlayStation VR system is going to give the fledgling virtual reality headset market a shot of adrenaline. Research firm IHS Technology predicted Thursday that PlayStation VR will outsell HTC Vive and Facebook's FB, Oculus Rift combined in 2016, but also will be supply constrained as the company plays it safe on stock inventory. PlayStation VR works with Sony's market-leading PlayStation 4 video game console, so it has an established market to sell into. By contrast, HTC Vive and Oculus Rift require users to own a high-end PC. Sony will begin selling PlayStation VR on October 13. The headset costs $400. A bundle with the headset, 2 PlayStation Move motion controllers, a PlayStation camera and PlayStation VR Worlds game disc costs $500. Consumer electronics retailer Best Buy, BBY, is holding launch events at about 350 stores nationwide. Stores will sell PlayStation VR starting at 12:01 a.m. ET next Thursday, 9:01 p.m. Wednesday PT. The installed base of PS4 consoles is expected to reach 53 million by year-end, compared with 16 million VR-ready consumer PCs, IHS said. PlayStation VR also is cheaper than Oculus Rift, which costs $600 for the headset alone. IHS forecasts that Sony will sell 1.4 million PlayStation VR headsets this year and will generate $134 million in spending on VR entertainment content. IHS predicts that PC-based headsets will generate $69 million in spending on VR entertainment this year. Sony is well positioned to build an early lead in the high-end VR headset race because of its large addressable market of 53 million PS4s by the end of 2016, its lower total cost of ownership compared to the PC VR companies and its ability to get big franchises into VR, IHS analyst Piers Harding-Rolls said in a statement. With VR content and users strongly aligned with the games market, Sony already has in place many of the components necessary to deliver to this new VR entertainment segment at the expense of its competitors. U.S. traded shares of Sony fell a fraction to 32.72 on the stock market today. On September 22, Sony stock touched its highest price since March 2011, at 34.17. Google Daydream View will help drive low-end VR market. Meanwhile, low-end VR headsets that use smartphones for their displays will be major unit volume drivers in the VR market. Aggressive promotional activity from smartphone vendors and new smartphone VR systems, such as Google's Daydream View, will push the total installed base of VR headsets from 4 million units last year to 81 million in 2020, IHS said. Consumer spending on VR headsets will be $1.6 billion in 2016, bolstered heavily by the launch of high-end headsets from Oculus, HTC, and Sony. In 2020, consumer spending on VR headsets will reach $7.9 billion, IHS predicted. Spending on VR games and videos is seen rising from $310 million in 2016 to $3.3 billion in 2020, IHS said. High-end VR systems will sell the most content, the firm said. There will be a polarization of the VR market between lower-volume premium VR headsets, which will have strong paid content conversion rates, and higher-volume cheaper smartphone VR headsets, which will monetize content at a lower rate, Harding-Rolls said. Smartphone VR headsets will make up 87% of the VR installed base by year's end, the research firm said. Samsung's Gear VR is the biggest product in the smartphone-based VR market today. Alphabet, Google, expects to make a splash with its Daydream View, which will be available for pre-order on October 20 for $79. The Daydream was among the hardware products Alphabet unveiled Tuesday. IHS forecasts Samsung's Gear VR to have the largest installed base out of all the major branded headsets in 2016 with 5.4 million units. Google's Daydream View, however, will slowly disrupt Samsung's dominant position in the smartphone VR market, it said.